Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Al-Farghani series here on the Lord Master channel, as we are likely going to be on this episode that this is going to be the last episode to feature the long-lived Gurak, the man who was originally from the East, born in Barca, yeah, I believe so. And he was raised and spent much of his early life in Alexandria. Then he went west to Sijomasa, where that remains as his capital and his residence because of that alleged prophecy that he may have fabricated, may have come up with from the Oracle of Amun. That, again, all that part I'm saying is just make-believe. It's written in one of his epics, which, by the way, we will compose one more epic in this episode before he passes. And you see, now we do not have 100% control of the Ikshidiya of Maghreb, but we will expand a little bit in the near future, bit by bit. I may have to possibly take that too, simply for the sake of it. And, but again, it's all part of that. But we would love to take Sahara as well, which, interestingly, Maraboutism is spreading, as compared to old Sunnism, which the fervor has gone down more. Which means more possible chances that Maraboutism may spread over to the neighboring countries and replace it, unless it'll be Ibadism. Now, what gives? The size of the faith is one thing. Scandalous priests, holy wars. That's especially those scandalous priests. That may have been a reason why the fervor has gone down lately. Not only it's the most widespread of the Muslim faiths, and with that low fervor, it is prone to heresies, whatever it may be that'll pop up anywhere. But hopefully it doesn't pop up in our neck of the woods, or even in Iberia. But still, it's just we hope that this side of Sunnism would spread all over North Africa. We already have control of the two holy sites. That gives us more prowess for level devotion and maximum battle roll of +4, which is advantage us. But for all Maraboutis, with the cultural fascination progress up a little faster, which helps our West Sondian culture. But ain't no way that we would take the holy sites Jerusalem, Medina, and Mecca. Not happening. And I'm sure some of you thinking, as we'll be into the next century, either in this episode or in the next one, where some of you probably be thinking, unless you never thought of it, which is fine by me, just leave it to my own devices, that, you know, we came out from Egypt, and I'm sure some of you thinking are you going to return to Egypt? Because you never really experienced all the decisions and the flavor of living in Egypt. I would say yes. I would love to go return to Egypt. But it would have to form the Empire of Maghreb, which is a real possibility. Which again, on the map, it looks huge. But keep in mind, a lot of that open space is just impassable desert. And it's it's 89 digital counties total. 20. And so that's why I thought about the possibility of, in my final years, call to invade the kingdom there, no matter who lived there. And he ain't got no prestige. After all, they're still tribal. Relying on Moorish cavalry still. While we do have more numerous numbers, plus mercenaries that we still have. But I thought about increasing creating another man-at-arms regiment. But based on the realities of warfare, especially who we're up against, like in future wars that we can expect fighting enemies like the Marburizon, camels, Marburizon, and when you fight against Berbers, you expect to face Moorish cavalry, which they can take on archers and the camel cavalry, which we do have camel cavalry as well, which again, based on the realities of desert warfare. It's just the Berbers tended to be more dangerous than Maghrebi or Egyptian Arabs. So, I mean, we do have a good income, at least for now, until we lose all the territories. But I believe it would be excellent that we would just get more pikemen to counter against any kind of cavalry, especially Moorish cavalry. And keep in mind, that term Moorish is used by Europeans to describe Berbers, I believe. Sometimes those. But don't call us Moors, we're Sogdians. We may look like that because we've been living amongst the Berbers and have other marriages of other cultures. But don't call us that, we're Sogdians. So it's likely that when we save a little more money in the future, get more pikemen. Even though they're only good at hills and desert mountains around here, just fine. Tires are good, but against Marburizon, not good. So I figured that we should probably go raiding. And we know the man that'll do the job. Pekako. Wait a minute, are you the same Pekako who's that famous raider? Yeah. I thought you died. No, it's just the Otak of Tazgumut. I gave you that barony? Oh yes, I did. I remember. It's like the old guy died and then inherited his wealth, and then it says appoint a local Sogdian, and then there he was. Is. So we'll be raiding all of this, which is the first. Raise some money for the epic, which to commission an epic, it'll cost you 140, but you need a little more than that because you're going to be bringing a very expensive storyteller. So off you go. Now keep in mind, this is going to be my final year as ruler. My dear son, I might have not loved you. I feel you're passing more acutely than I ever thought possible. You're always there, my constant companion. Did I take you for granted? There's so many things I left unsaid. Hope you find peace. Yeah, the contract will be expiring. We'll let it expire. Let's make great armor. Wave inspiration, which I already have that here. Plus, saving my money for an epic. Oh, yes, I missed that part. An anatomical expert. As I wander around my court, I hear the familiar mutterings of my courtiers making merry and debating their role in the Al-Farghani Ikshidiya. To my surprise, however, I hear my daughter Roxana make a conversation with my grandson, Gurak, about the nature of healing and medicine. She seems remarkably familiar on the workings of the human body, and upon noticing my approach, she turns to me and invites me to join the conversation. Don't you spend all your days cutting men open without learning a thing or two about the workings of Allah's own creation? She says after describing her method of using leeches to purge corruption from infected wound. Seems Roxana's been using her expertise in human anatomy to help the locals of Sijumas, huh? She's become a bit of a local healer midwife. She has also confessed to providing medical care to the lowlifes in my dungeon. Don't you know you're the executioner? If you're talking about cutting men open, you're the one that cuts them open. You're the executioner. Let me see. By the way, they call Roxana Allah's mercy. Just ironic because of her role. Fascinating. Perhaps you may tutor me in some of your methods, because I do need all the learning experience I can get. I'll commission an epic when I reach 300 gold. There we go to the neighboring area, then come back up. Oh, here it is. The Grand Mosque of Subu is complete. We called it the Holy Mountain many times, but now it's the home of the second grade mosque, which I am also its owner because I'm the county owner. So now, that means a little more renown gained for me. Excellent. I think we could also go down there as well. That area's been looted. Three months? Okay, fine then. Now I believe I do have 100% control of all the counties around. Hey, this is on you, Gurak. You better get that under control, alright? Think. Better, what's your skill? 11. Oh, that won't do much for conversion. I would hate for you to screw it up. But hey, you get a little more piety because of your current position. We hope you'll be more prestigious. Since you're a vengeful man, do you have any rivals? No. He's getting there. I'm sure he'll be august just like me. He'll follow in my footsteps. Just focus on your income. dismissed. Who's attacking you? You are going after them in a holy war. No, ignore that. Don't even think about it. Just one more area to go, and then be there in 20 days, and after we loot that, then we bring it in. And as soon as you arrive, commission that epic. Why don't you do it now? Divert the dam, which will be to divert and dam the area. It's not only costly, but since this is a permanent game, I would rather have my son to have that honor to do that, rather than I, because all those benefits would be going away in my short life that took out. So now it's time to start composing for the unprecedented third time. What he needs: a classical tale of the grandeur of my family, a chronicle about the origins of the Al-Farghani dynasty and how we are destined for greatness. I only need someone who knows how to tell a story. Kars, accomplished storyteller. Yes, all that is in the negative money now, but don't you worry, we'll be back. My family epic seems to be progressing well. Some of the lines already sound like they'll be quoted for decades to come. Right, Kaddish, there's a lot of questions about the focus story. It will be easier to answer if he wrote it all for us. Then I could tell him what I dislike about it. But he insists he needs answers now. What I want is more renown, because we're getting closer to the next dynasty legacy, but in actuality I'm saving it up for possible disinheriting my sons who are in Egypt, and I don't want them to take the lands that are in the Maghreb. So it is family history, so be generous. Order right there. Child rulers are important. Okay. Now go. Get us out of debt. Rest up. I'm out riding and my dog Holdfast beside me. When she runs off this. My retinue is sure she'll come back. What if she doesn't? Heel, Holdfast. I said heel. Wait for me. I searched for a long time, and not a sign Holdfast could be found. As I ride back the empty space beside my horse makes something inside me ache. Holdfast, why did you leave me? Now I lost my health benefits of a walking dog. I've not been presented with a new work on my family epic for weeks, and the whole process is either taking too long or it ends up doing shoddy work. Is it truly too much to demand he delivers excellence that he delivers it now? I will put him up for as long as it takes. God blast it. Can't ransom any more prisoners, because they don't cost nothing. Just wait one more month and you'll be out of debt. And you'll be alright. My Chancellor, Nizamuddin's reading my family epic as it's slowly coming together. A lot of it is not very plausible, such as the part with the scheming witch, he tells you. On the other hand, who is to say what the past was like? if you're already doing embellishments, why not take it as far as we can? For the renown. It's important we tell a good story after all. As much as I'd like to get a little more of that very nice stock experience, which would give you that perk right now. For Iron Constitution, in case you get sick, you have a massive boost. But it's highly doubtful we'll get to healthy and whole body in whole time. Health is still going to be poor regardless. So, go for it. It's for the renown. Which again, as much as I would like to spend it on this next thing, this one. Vassal levy contribution and castle building construction cost, that's very good. But I'm soon going to spend a renown to disinherit my sons when the time is right. And some of you are thinking, well, when is that time? Word has reached me that a Murshid, renowned for his illumination, staying in town in Sijumasa. With my family epic progressing, this might be an ideal time to think about what the pages should look like once it is all said and done. God dang it! Help me. I've always considered myself somewhat of an artist. Excellent illuminations. Increased chance of producing an exceptional epic. See, didn't need to spend my money for it. Barely. You barely got bonus. That is the last thing that we got from the old land ticket era. Now it's all researched. This is for levy reinforcement rate increase. So, this late. So now we are exposed to manorialism, which will unlock all the early medieval era economic buildings, which is good. Especially reduced construction time. It's going to have to happen in the next reign, which will be for my son. Now he will be the one to enact the partition wall, which will make things easier regarding inheritance and all that. And they say it is an exceptional epic. We shall see. It's still the same. Alright. Kaz has completed my family epic, and what a glorious chronicle it was. It has high drama, moral quandaries, and intense duels. Everything my family's been forged from is in there. Even the part with the scheming witch, seemingly so far-fetched, has become a touching moment outlining the dynasty of my house. This is a court artifact, which will give you just prestige. That's it. But it says it's a truly epic chronicle of the glorious Al-Farghani family, commissioned by Gurak, enriched by vibrant illustrations of his glorious ancestors and their deeds. The cover is velvet and has been embroidered to display a repeating image of interlaced knot patterns. This might be the greatest chronicle ever written. So they say. I'd rather keep this because it's for vassal opinion. There is no room for another one of these things. After all time Kaz spent at my court and how well he's gotten to know me, it feels strange he's about to depart. I have other places to go to, and other stories need telling, he tries to explain. Feeble. Nah, as long as you write to me. Now I gotta spend my money elsewhere. Don't forget about that little area there. Which we ought to raid that. What about over there? much loot. What's going on? Subjugation. Tyranny. You done screwed yourself, huh? Oh, what happened to the realm? Manding has risen. Yeah, I knew it. It was gonna be my rebel. That chattering fiend. Wish I could go after you, but maybe getting rid of you would be the last good thing that I would do. But you can't be doing it, because if you're, that means you'll be declaring war against the Sultan of Egypt. Even though invading Egypt is kind of far-fetched. Get him on our side. You know, that's an idea. Like, what if Egypt was ruled by our dynasty? Knowing I'm never gonna have this, but taking Egypt, take it all over and give it to one of my sons, and then he'll rule Egypt over there. When we know the Aghlabid is kind of torn between the both of us here. I did say it's like I would love to return to Egypt, and I thought about considering expanding to the Sahara, just part of the possible formation of the Maghreb Empire. What? Oh. Ideas. Ideas. Well, the real question is, how much money do they have? They do not. But they'll make it back up really quickly. Doing fine, so says it. So, if I were to take Egypt, hypothetical war, okay? Vassalize all the titles within the realm. You get all this? The sons. Yes, all the sons of Cyrenaica, all that will become vassals. Yeah. And we just leave Libya in the dust, basically. I mean, if you can get them alongside of us, then that'll be grand. And there's this new kingdom, which is obviously too busy with internal squabbles. So, that will not do. Well, you convinced me. What about Sahara? Busy. The huckster? Huh. Oh, anyways, you used to ally with Egypt. Whatever happened to that relationship? You would be a good one. Since I got so many sons. Too far away in Iraq. Crud! Crud! Well then, what about there? Damn it. Nope. You kidding? Okay then. We still do have contact with Egypt, which is through Libya out there. And there's no way on earth you would convince the Abbasids to join. And you gotta be insane. Because, you know, they view your religion as evil. So, allying with the Christian is not an option. Even if you have a strong hook. Look, in a hypothetical, alright? Just say, hey, can I have one of your daughters? He'll say no. Even if you use a strong cook, it'll still not be enough because polygamous is one thing, and faith is evil. Not an option. And the only credible force that can take on the Egyptians is the Umayyad up there. So it's only the Aghlabids. And we have no communication with those people anymore. So, in a way, you could get yourself into a possible large-scale war if you want to take Egypt for the dynasty, even though I will not hold it because it has to be separated. So, that's an idea in itself. But in the meantime, we should continue raiding. No, 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 not like that. I prefer the full complement. Damn heads. No, you're gonna have to. Yeah. Give him the works. All we need is just to raise a little money, that's all. Struggle for love. Is there nothing better than the struggle of earnest love? Was a man that says one day. As my courtiers and I having a meal together, he leans over the table and adds, "It is exhilarating and virtuous to do your utmost to suffer for love." Khan laughs. Ha! What tripe! Have you read too many chivalrous romances of late, I wonder? Is there nothing noble about struggling for love? After all the pain for yearning? Before you know it, your struggles are nothing, because your beloved marries a buffoon or changes their mind. You must have been rejected before, was the modern stance. And didn't struggle hard enough to earn true love. I'm being realistic, he goes. Don't confuse pain for genuine love. Is that right, Akshid Gurak? No, the more struggle and pain, the more rewarding love is. 1 second. Here I go again. I'll bite my lip and try to stay focused. It's for monetary gain when you're greedy. My wife, Pambushta, eagerly brings him everyone. Akshid, allow me to introduce you to Yara, the claimant to the rest of Minimara. Yara bows for it's an honor, my lord. Sarif Rustamid, who likely most remain on my grasp for Abishner, beneficiary on my side. You're talking about that neighbor? I just might be able to help you with that. So come on in. Even though actually I'm not going to declare war for that one. Well, it's possible I may declare war on Egypt, but I can feel it in my very bones. Azrael will come for me soon, like an old friend. He's patiently waiting to receive me. I'll be dead within a year. I should get my affairs in order. Yes. My time is coming soon. Get to your places. Go to the borders. And pay up. Will not accept. Okay then. Now, here's the deal here. My son will inherit 7 titles, including the Ikshidiya. That's one thing, yes. But the ones who are landed that are still back in Egypt, that I will disinherit just to prevent them from inheriting any titles that concerns places like this. These I will disinherit. It'll cost you... Whoa, gosh, that's steep. Actually, upon realization, I would not have enough prestige to clear up that kind of war for it. For the tiny bit of renown and prestige. Money's less of a concern. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Just wait. I'll figure something out. 3 months. We don't have 3 months. Beckon my grandson, Gurak, to join me in a circle of brass orbs and candles arranged on stage to ward off the dark, throughout the dark room. Incense coin air to ward off bad vapors. Makes our eyes tear up a little time. This is how, through the corner of our eyes, we will spot the inscrutable form of angels. However, Gurak soon takes pause. This feels wrong. This is not divine. Beings not meant for mortal eyes to see. My intentions are pure, I assure you. Of course, because I am your grandfather, and I say so. Where's our organizer, if we have one? Because I need you to get moving. Come on, move it. Bring the loot in, and then we'll start our thing. All right, if we can. My time is coming soon. This is how much we're up against. We fought against Egypt before, of what they were like. But bringing the Aghlabids on our side will be very good for us, so they don't join Egypt to bolster their numbers, and it'll be even the odds a little. That's what it'll be like. It may look like they're larger, but when they join us, it'll be better. Much better. And if others were to join, that's unlikely. But a possibility. It'll cost you 2,000 prestige for this. So, the Maghreb Egyptian War. And if we succeed, then we'll win. But during the duration of the war, I will die. Yes, there can't be any doubt that I will pass. But when I pass, during the course of this war, my son will get Egypt and Maghreb. Yes, that's what will happen. So, as much as it pains me to do this, but still, at least we'll get 2 of my sons back while we leave out them over there. I've always wanted control of Egypt. So said my father, which he once said while he was living in Alexandria. As much as he loved that city, he would consider making Alexandria the capital of a new, well, Sogdian Egypt. But perhaps maybe I can achieve that dream. That we will return to Egypt. As much as I liked living here, but Sijamasa, I could see the prosperity over there. Yes, but ow! I just hit myself, and of course, I don't know. Wait 1 second, I just remembered something else. You know it's gonna cost you prestige to try to get your friends over here, right? So you should consider calling a grand hunt and then a feast. Don't worry, you've still got a couple of more months left in your life, so there's still some time to think about it, and a little more time to raise the funds in case you need mercenaries on your trip back to Egypt. Oh, why does it have to be so difficult? Go hunt now. Each passing day. Prestige more important than money. You didn't bring any mercenaries during your War of Independence. You would think a creature from myth, perhaps a god disguised animal form. It was the largest born I've ever seen. Even after the beast was wanted to chase it, lasted half a day. It is still an imposing sight, lying dead before me. John is a mud and is just as awestruck. I've never seen such a thing, my lord. Keep it. Its head will look beautiful in my great hall. The skull of the fabled boar of Zeus. The impressive skull of... damn descriptions. The skull of whatever this creature that is. Hunted it, Zeus. The skull is masterfully preserved and attached to a wonderfully decorated ash mount. Put it up there. Even though it cannot be seen because we have no idea what the heck that thing is. Your final year of your life, 994 AD. That'll be 150 prestige. And crud. I don't think we have that many months left to hold a grand feast. But we will have the money for it. That's piety. unless you want to think of an alternative. Go visit the market. Oh, that's going to spend more money than you would with this one. And it'll cost you 200. So, okay. 2,000 prestige to declare an invade the kingdom war. And then, you have to spend more prestige to get at least one of your allies in. Looking at you over there. As you are not active. But we do need all the fighting men we can get. Okay. And our men-at-arms may be comparatively small as compared to theirs, but still. If you wish to win the war, I think your best chance would be Cyrenaica, a place that you were once raised in. So it's likely that this war will be another one of those North African campaign type of scenarios. Where we'd have to take Tripolitania, then gotta wait for that massive army to get over there. And then someone think, well, what if they come to the Maghreb? All the way down to Sijomasa. Well, they're gonna have a hard time for it, because they'll starve themselves out since they'll be in such unfriendly territory. What's his dynasty legacies? He got it all the way. Well then. So, guess we can raise a little more funds for this last great feast. Unless something happens. Just one more month. And then as the feast will be ongoing, declare war. I'm waiting. Yes, it's going to be very costly based on the amount of men-at-arms we'll be bringing to action. But I will be no longer be stressed. Far from it. It'll take a while to assemble the forces, and knowing that we would have to leave through there. Yeah, we have to leave through this part of the coast, Gulf of Cadiz, then we would have to make a landing here in Jabra, which would be a good starting place because it's going to be friendly territory. And then we would have to conquer all of this, and then we'll make our way towards Alexandria. We don't need to take the capital. And if we defeat them in a pitched battle, then this will be a tough one because we do not have the best commander out on the field like we used to. We don't have Aguilas anymore. But there are some good fighting men out there. And we hope that our wits will win it. And if we lose, then we lose. It would just be severe damage to our pride as a West Sogdian nation. This is going to be my last feast. And after this feast, we're off to war. Barely managed to sit down at my seat when I hear a howl emanating from Anjar Okoroko. It seems he and the other ones really got to it. And Okoroko is receiving proper manhandling from Agi. Too late to realize that their martial dance paves way straight to exit Gurak's tapestry. Motion from my guards is separated to hissing and clawing each other. Duel is presented in front of me. All the throwing the blame on one another is starting. for starting the fight. Hey, I need money. Never mind who started. You're both responsible. So you two pay 80 gold to me. It's for the war effort. Great way to raise funds. What luck. It's a good thing that we're able to spend this amount of money for a feast, and now we're getting that money back by... Tell them, hey, you damaged my tapestry. Pay it. 80 gold. Both of you. Clock's a ticket. Oh my gosh. Badu has been murdered. How can a heart endure this kind of pain without breaking? It cannot be possible. Yet here I am. My heart beating once. It has gone quiet. Oh, Badu, my beloved. When life will not be the same without you. Oh, goodness. Who murdered her? Who could have hated her? All because they say, we do not like you because you are pagan. That's hostile. That's the reason. Oh. At the same time, as I stumble outside to relieve myself, after knowing that my wife's been murdered, and one of the responses I had is to go relieve myself, and then I hear shouting around the corner, and oh, these two vassals, a sneer as he sinks blade to the face. Whatever sound was turned towards me, surprise on his face. What the? We had these two pull apart, and now he killed him? Well, both of them are sons of Agilas, so he's trying a sibling rivalry. And now he's the one responsible. My silence has a price. Oh, guess what? You pay me 80 gold, now you're gonna have to pay another 80 to me. Because I'm a greedy person. Alright, that's enough money to get mercenaries, if needed. But unfortunately, I'm not gonna die happy. Because somebody murdered my soulmate. Don't forget about disinheriting your sons. Don't forget about that. Because they're not going to be allowed to take over any titles that are from my realm, should they return to Egypt. As I'm leaving, as all my guests are leaving my council of entire contents of vast pantry in the village, I'm proud to say the peaceful success. I have my wife, Sharon, to thank much for success. I feel nothing but gratitude to these last few guests on. Until next time. Eager reveler now. Okay, that's it. You've already disinherited one son. You want Fez? You're not gonna get it. Wait! Remember, the time for the declaration of war is now. But you need the prestige to call your ally in. Just do it. This is once in a lifetime. Raise the army. We need to call him in. Will you join? That'll be 350. That's all I need. This is from within the realm, and this one's too busy with wars. You cannot call the house members in, because they're all from within that realm that we are attacking, and will soon be vassalized. It'll be fine. Come on. Join us. Yes. There, you spent that. Okay. Now, you will be disinherited. Oh, crud. Do not fret. You may not have the prestige to disinherit, but we know that Vez, let's see. But the question is, will it go to our realm or will it go to Egypt? That's the real question. But regardless, during the course of the war, we will be fighting Egypt. So that's Tripolitania. So that's technically not the de jure part of Egypt, but it'll go to us. You only disinherited the one from Cyrenaica, which is in Egypt. And this one who... Oh, there you are. And this one is only going to get Tudga, which is in my realm. So, regardless, you're all going to be vassalized. Our best commander is him. Unyielding defender and desert warrior, and he's a Maghrebi Arab. So, there's a little bit of Maghrebism. It's a fun thing. So, we will be setting out. So I guess you may want to forget about disinheriting. So we suggest that we should land here in Suffocus. And then we'll begin our North African campaign through there. So forget about disinheriting. So let's get this. Vassal levy contribution. Every little bit helps. And building castle buildings will be cheaper. And the decision to wall the Talifat Oasis could be taken to improve Sijamas prosperity, which is long term. And that last thing over there with African scholars, learning per level devotion while development growth in realm capital, is kinda to me. So I'd probably rather go for something like this one. But it is my final year and I will pass. We'll arrive in 5 months, so all I could say is good luck to you. And we... crud, they already got the mercenaries. So, if you want something similar, the Barani's Band of Taza will do. I mean, I'm just looking at their mercenary captains. Martial wise, but it'll not do. But I rather trust them because you know what they're good for. So we'll hire them, and we're gonna ship you off over there as well to Suffocus. Once we all arrive, and then we'll begin. So I bid you all farewell. And good luck to you, son. Try to hold it down. So, the war the numbers wise, it may look a little uneven, even when I brought mercenaries to bear. Maybe I ought to bring them in. I mean, you're going to spend all the prestige regardless. You're going to die anyway. So every little bit helps. We're all surprised to learn that Turan is good friends with a well-known beggar in a nearby town. When she asked about it, she said that her friend is just like any of us, with hopes, fears, and likes and dislikes. We share a number of interests. It's hard to believe, Turan says. He happened to learn a few things in his youth, so it wasn't always like this. But he has since then fallen on hard times, trying to help her to find a respectable profession he could work at. Why would a person of her standing associate with lowlifes? You're getting too... Where are you going? You're heading for Sirt. Where did my money go? But regardless, all the wealth is gonna go to the son anyway. He's gonna inherit He's got enough. You'll be fine. And that was his last words. You're gonna be fine. As if the court physician told him. Gurak I of the Al-Farghani Ikshidiya's soul has finally been cast to hell at 74 years of age. He died in an old age. A charming man. He became famous for his elaborate feasts and grandiose balls. Cast to hell because he murdered somebody one time. That's what detractors say. But now, Gurak II ascends the throne, a formidable duelist. Many expect him to excel in tournaments and personal combat alike. So, thanks to that, we do have a foothold in the Al-Farghani but we chose not to give Zatosh any gains. So, instead, welcome back. Try not to worry too much. Oh, sus. Oh. That won't help. Because I have trouble holding there. So. Fes now belongs to Uncle. I have no enemies. It would be of utmost importance to continue on, Majesty. But remember, when we take over Egypt, despite this large separation, it's highly doubtful we can get it back together. Unless by some miracle, in my lifetime, as I am a distinguished person, under illustrious. So we have to imagine a scenario where if we do win Egypt, but there is a flaw to this plan. Wait, your allies are still with you. That makes a little difference. You only lost your Chancellor. Which, just to please some of the others, including my uncle, I will give it to you. And see to if you can handle domestic affairs just to keep the vassals happy. Train the commanders to improve the effectiveness of the Knights, men-at-arms, damage and toughness during the course of the war. But fortunately we do have a safe port now. We can either choose to land in Tripoli or head to Labda. Matter of fact, we have plenty of unraised soldiers over there. 12 months! All this separation of what it does to you. We really gotta get it back together. But fortunately, I'll go if you hold Alexandria. And now, a possible takeover of Egypt, though not guaranteed. Don't do that. Oh, this came of it. This is what he had. The old dagger. The old armor. Ugh. Your paranoia. And of course, I am not the man who can lead an army. Unfortunately, we lost our great commander because he's off to another realm. Because he is from another realm. So now it serves under it. So now we face the problem of that sort of thing. I mean, I'm not the kind of guy who would be leading an army. But I could use a few more allies. Like who, they would ask. Well, the problem is that one is too chaotic over there. We do have contact with them again. So, how about it? We have an agreement. Good. Lemia. Here's another. So, allying with Dotawo, which will be to our advantage. So, near 6,000 strong down there for the southern front, just to keep the Egyptians busy. Get them on all fronts. So, in this case, change course. Must land to Tripoli. Safe area. Where we can land there. Even though the war calls for to take over all these areas with the exception of this part of Nubia and Sirte there. But fortunately, if there's going to be an instance where the going gets tough, you can always retreat to Siwa. Okay, I mean, you got one alliance down. Vastly inferior, but plenty of Moorish cavalry. Moorish cavalry. Very important. Do they have camels? Yes, they do. I think we should ally with them as well. Betrothed. Lucky you. How about to me? They'll say yes, because they desire alliances. Because I need every help that I can get. Well, what about over on this side of Al-Quds? Betrothed. Come on. You got lucky. Because I'm hoping for any nearby places. Not there. Hey, how about over here? I know they're all younger than me, but I need alliances. Alliances to ensure Egypt's defeat. Not to mention all that raised army and all these costs. We've lost the most economically viable places because they went to my uncle's. But we'll still be getting the renown gain. Just not as independent anymore. So off we go, 10. We wait the acceptance of everyone else. Along with their strange goods, merchants bring tall tales of distant lands, unverifiable, full of wonder. A group of Andalusian pirates said they're brought from Waki objects. They said it come from the faraway court of the great ruler, Maharaja Devaraja, of Pargula of the Vijaya Samaraja, was Abdul Hams, a leading trader in Stargate. This unique armor could be yours for a special price, of course. Great, actually. A likely yarn indeed, if I had some way to verify the hawker's story. Ha! Vamna! What tripe out of you? Did you reject my call, or, what? Did you say no to me? But nevertheless, every little bit helps. I mean, I do have children of my own. Do I? Let me see. Daughter, son, daughter. Look again. Please accept it. I don't care if it's barren. This is for the Alliance. You must accept this offer. You have to. If you don't accept it now, then things will get hard for us. Thank you. Now. It'll take another 11 months. Spending all this prestige for it. Because now we're starting to even the odds a little. Slightly uneven, I may add. So I guess that means, now that we inherit those lands, that means it'll be obstacles for them to go through. So we have to begin the land campaign through Tripoli. What artifact? Star chart? Don't even start. You need to protect me at all times. What are you good for? Every little bit helps. Regarding all that. So money will be going down fairly fast. So they'll have this area. Okay. Uncle. Guess you're the best commander. So head to Sirte. There's the main Egyptian army, likely heading for Iskandariya. Oh gosh. Do we not have a court physician? No, we do not. Roxana, Allah's mercy. You'll have it. First place to take should be Barca. No, no, no. We cannot afford boat transport anymore. Be there in 55 days. You have to bypass this because this is not the objective. First real objective to take is Barca. It's part of Egypt. Take any part of Egypt and then you'll be fine. But I fear that we might be heading to a trap. Big mistake on their part. Because facing them head on in a battle would be suicide. Murder holes and priest holes. Probably an individual who looks as if she spent her entire life skulking underground is lurking in a corner of my throne. I've heard tell you might want a secret passage installed. I can craft any imperial corridor if your twist heart desires. I shall enter and leave rooms only by the front door, wench. I think it would be a good idea to turn around knowing that they are heading this way. And an army we're trying to assemble is going to be till another 6 months, so stop. Turn around. Bad idea. They're going to come to us from where we are. We just got to take this area first, for starters. And plus, supply is going to be an issue until we have this all captured. They're not stopping there. It's good that you're going to stick with us, but we need supplies. Money is going to be a big issue. We'll have to split our forces. Okay, they made it out. Egyptians are starving, and soon we will be too, but we'll split our forces up soon. We'll be starving in this amount of days. Right, so break away. You stay back there. This is not a good area to hold as far as supply limit is concerned. So you need to get moving somewhere. Area. And here comes more of our allies. They're going to make their landing in Sirte. Fair enough. Just can you please let us resupply in peace? Thank you. Development of this area is good, and so is supply, but we want you out of here. But unfortunately, split it up. I'm going to have to make our job easier. So let them be. They're not going for it. They're starving right now. But soon we'll be into debt. Thank you for the household savings. Do we have a better steward for this? No, unfortunately. Because we can hope for some extra taxes. And you know there's plenty more that are unraised, but I don't want to raise them just yet. All the supplies are going up, including one that's full and ready to go. So, okay, it'll take you 8 months to take Sirte. If we could take Barca, which is part of Egypt, good. Because if you don't get any part of Egypt, the war will be lost. You got it back. And when with them all together, that's gonna be a flaw for them. So name of the game is patience and supply in this North African campaign. We just need everybody resupplied, then we'll be ready for the offensive. Just let the Nubians take the area there. Raiders. It's hostile to Egyptians, so they're willing to engage them and kill them. with little effort. You're the one with the siege weapons, so you get to go first. By the way, you have any siege weapons? No? Let us help you with that. Okay. Just move out here. They're going to the sea. They're all starving, so that'll kill some of their numbers. You declare white peace? We reject that offer. By reject, we mean ignore. So where do they go? They're at the sea now. All starving out. Be prepared to move wherever the action is. They made their landings in Barca. Ready to assemble out there. Right, as you were. Station yourself here. Put yourself out there. We just need to take the cert there. So they're all together. This is good supplies, so they're resupplying themselves out there. They were forced out of this area because this is unfriendly territory. And Cyrenaica is considered friendly territory. We're going to be in debt soon, which isn't good to anyone. Oh, and all that loot's going to go to the Nubians. So let's move out. As this will be friendly territory very soon. We'll be in debt next month. But we need to defeat the Egyptian army. At least in one major battle. We hope you all follow us. Still with us. So do they, and a few others. I mean, they're all following us anyway. So, some of their forces are lost. Health is poor. Wonder how he got that. That's why. And he got himself hurt for it. So, we need to take Barca. Could have sworn I thought Barca was a little more developed than it was, as West Sogdian culture persists there because we're the ones that implanted it there. Drownings will be good. We can just leave out that area. Take Barca. That's going to be the next objective to take. We'll be in debt, but Egyptians are not dead, but so are they. So, it's like you're in debt, we're in debt too. So we're even. We'll move up a little. See if we can lure them over here. Since you're the one to siege weapons, you should point the siege master. Except he's assigned to another army. Hold on. Which one of you is Faramaz Kang? You're out of your post. We want you to be assigned in this one. And you, well, take its place. Or in this case, go to one of theirs. But soon, those mercenaries unfortunately are going to go away without any type of significant combat. So, go straight for it. We'll follow you. We'll cover you. Now we see the movements of the Egyptian army. They're going back to the east. Withdrawing. They're turning around from Tobruk. Nope, still withdrawing. Well, stay there then. Take Barca, and then we have a good resupply area here. It's the Western Desert campaign all over again. Ah, good, an embody. Except a winter soldier, which there isn't any winter around here. What is he? What is he? No winter. So we're deep in debt, but our question is, well, who's going to be more years into debt for combat advantage? That's the real question. Mercenaries, move up. You're going to be our scouts to try to lure them over here. Gonna attempt on my life. Just as about to bite into the most sacred piece of duck I've ever seen, one of my servants killed over, clutching at his throat, but helping himself to a taste of my meal. At the very least, it served as a warning not to touch the bird while receiving just punishment for the crime. This is undoubtedly the work of Vishpase Zartusht, my uncle Zartusht. How have you dealt with once this campaign is over? We're trying to resupply here as soon as it's taken. Oh, what the heck is this? Get up there. Stop them. They're raiders. We got hostiles. Just help them take this area. They're in Tobruk, but we're just trying to give them a false sense of security. Just say, hey, we're taking Derna, and then we'll be heading to there shortly, because knowing a path from Tobruk to Derna takes time. We got 19 days. We got your wife, Zartusht. You better pay up, since she means a lot to you. You greedy bastard. You know, if you really care for her, then we wouldn't be in this scenario now, would we? Come on, move up. No, station yourself here. God dog it. Here we go. Because, you know, me and organizing large armies to go from one place to another. The Egyptians are starving themselves out. You will not have it, Zartusht. You tried to kill me. I'm not going to give you that benefit. Even if you try to kill me, then that would have spelled disaster to the world. Yeah. So we need to take Derna. Again, we do have one of the important objectives. Cyrenaica is de jure part of Egypt. Take any de jure part of Egypt, then you will win the war. Eventually. But you still need to fight a major pitched battle. All we need is just have our armies resupplied and be ready for combat. I've heard stories about brave soldiers dying like flies before they even set foot on a battlefield. But me, in heck shit, this aching, feverish nightmares is not a fate meant for me. Yet as another meal forces way up my throat, I pray for redemption. My nostrils sting with sharp stench of bile. Do not worry, my lord. Typhus is treatable, I assure you. Critical health penalty. To do no more is necessary. Roxana offered me a clear potion and gilded vial, as I had tasted some previous remedies of Roxana's. I was worried at first, but when I drank it, I could detect neither odor nor taste. When I inquired about the ingredients, she told me that it was a secret recipe. The mystery potion just turned out just what I needed. For now, the worst of my symptoms are alleviated and the world seemed a little brighter. It's treatable, but still feeling bad. On the way. While they're still stationed over in Tobruk, pay the gold to me. Thank you very much. 4 months till Derna falls, and then we'll have to fight for the Battle of Tobruk and the Siege of Tobruk. Because they're about to take Sulam, which is part of the realm that was inherited through. Plus they need a suitable resupply area for the Egyptian army. It'll fall in 23 days, and no doubt they'll get together. Just hold on. That's all we need. So once they take it, that means that the Egyptian army will move further east, and they will resupply, just as I predicted. No white peace. We must win this war. We have to win this war. But the war will not be won by fox-hunting fools. Ready? To be honest, those mercenaries contribute very little in terms of numbers. We have our allies to make up for it now. So obviously we will not renew that contract. And now they're going to look to take Siwa. Which they do have the siege weapons for that, but this is a highly fortified area. As Siwa is known for. A place that is sometimes considered unconquerable, if taken a lot of time and patience. They'll take that area soon. No, still not good enough supply out here. So instead we ask you to scram. Get out of there. We're ready to make a move. I think we all have to pitch in and take Tobruk. Scare the Egyptians away. Get them cornered. That's right. We gotta corner them. Keep them contained in Siwa. We have to move. This might be a dumb option, but it's something we'll really go for. Retake Sulam. You're just, you know what? I think the second army of Al-Bazar should be the one to siege army. We may have to distribute moving men-at-arms and Faris to all the armies that is fit for combat. Well, this one's only fit for siege, and the others can assist if they wish. So all we need to do is get them down to Siwa and keep them contained down there. Since it's in our territory, that'll be defensive advantage for us. Yes. Unlike many before me, I was strong enough to survive the ravages of the dreaded camp fever. It was a brutal challenge, but I will not deny it, but I persevered. I lived to fight another day. Fight another day indeed. Okay, here's the deal. Light footmen, and some of you can go out. If any of the friendly armies wish to assist on the way, then I'll be sure to switch the levies to there as well. Move up. It'll take 15 months for them to take Siwa. That will get themselves starved out. For them sitting there and waiting. We'll be bypassing all of you. And we'll be waiting for the arrival. Okay. You lads, link up with them. Yeah, that's gonna be your job. You're just only the military engineer, but you still need levies because of that garrison there. And whoever else is gonna stick around, but it appears they'll be moving on down here, which they will arrive here in another 22 days. So if we were to engage them in combat now, it'll be even. Not to mention have more commander traits. But I think it would be better just to leave them here, starve them out. When you're done with Tobruk, move here to Sullum, then we'll maybe get our move down there. Keep them contained in Siwa. Make sure they don't go anywhere. Siwa is going to be their last critical mistake that they'll ever make. Yeah, you can leave that alone. Ruling the multicultural Al-Farghani Ikshidiya comes with its own set of challenges. Foreign subjects often feel alienated when they cannot speak the native tongue in court, breeding resentment. My uncle, which Basha Sas suggests I could significantly improve my relations to Egypt by learning to speak their language alongside my own. Yeah, I don't speak any language at all. Yeah, time to hit the books. See if I can learn a little bit of Arabic. Brook's about to fall. Alright, we're on our way. When we arrive at 28 days, then it's time for you to move. Don't let Siwa fall. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. West Sogdian culture, you know. Okay. We'll move that. Ready to go? Let's move out. They're starving now. They're getting what they're deserved. This area is now liberated. And where do you go from here? Since this is a friendly supply area. Levels 4, no, 2. Alpha you, take that area. Go far. No one's gonna come after you. You'll manage. Good luck to you. Be on our way while we will sit there and let the Egyptians starve themselves out. Because they are. We just need to get them undersupplied. But Amir Yahya, he's a logistician. And an Egyptian. Figures. Well, they're all Egyptians. Always got to think about your tactical prowess, alright? let him go. Could you please let us resupply in peace? So we'll be engaging them in combat soon. Time well spent. Thanks. Now. Well, we're sending you to the danger area. No, no, no. Both of us. Stop. We'll be heading over there. I mean, this is friendly territory, so our men-at-arms will be refilled. And what little the levies. If you got levies to spare, send it. Just hold. Wait for it. Again, you all have to be dealt with soon. Okay, led some of the levies. In fact, all of them. I think we'll be leaving the Nagars out here because everybody has to play a role out there. You're gonna sit there and do nothing right now, okay? Because we can't fight while we're undersupplied. While theirs is starving, but they're one of their commanders is again, he's that Amir over there. Amir, yeah, that's the man. Got ridden. Hope they take him. Well, their armies are starving, but this one has not yet reached undersupply. Yeah, compared to our 53. So when we will know they will be undersupplied? Just by next month? Because that means we will have the advantage, but however, the distance to try to get them over here is going to be a challenge in itself. Yes, get down here. We need you. Come on, move up. Don't be scared. Trying to force our allies down here. Because if we fight them in an even battle, well then, this is our chance. They have a less advantage. Well, we still got levies to spare. Time's running out. Listen. Probably win. Their army is starving out there, most of them. I'm slightly in depth. They are 1 year in depth. They may have more commander traits. But our allies are going to be a little further away. The fight might be even. This is our only chance. If we defeat them in a pitched battle here and save Siva, we'll be good. But the real question is, will they abandon Siva to try to help them out? We are undernumbered, but we're not, you know, undersupplied for the most part. So we will try to, again, who's that coming down here? This is Quora. Oh, no, that's our siege weaponry. That's the one that's coming down. Thought we could try to lure them over here, but they're too scared to take us on. They know that they can't get them like that, so we got to engage. We'll probably win, but what cost? We'll probably lose because not only they got bringing more starving armies, but they got Marburism. I can tell that. What, friendly armies will be on the way, but the fight's going to be long. And they have a way better army commander. Yes. Walid, that's the man. We have to engage. We'll be reinforced soon, so just keep the faith, alright? They'll be here in 10 days. This is our only chance. You can pull back. We'll receive reinforcements slowly but steadily. We should win it. But unfortunately, we brought up a crappy commander for it. Kill one of theirs. So if I were you, just go begin your siege to Fayum and we will be on our way to help you out. Yeah. Patience pays off. That's the lesson here. Mauling their levies. Captured my uncle and killed one of my uncles. Once related, yes. My blood. Well, it's not the uncle we were looking for. Was slain in battle. If they want to lower the Crown Authority, I'd be willing. There. We saved Siwa. Now all we need to take is one more territory. Al-Farghani in particular, with the lowered level forts there. So, we'll be on our way now. Told you, you gotta draw them away from the comforts of their home. Starve them out. Then, you got them. That's what you need to do. But, gee, we are going to be so broke once this war's over. It's a very costly war, but damn it, it was worth it. That's all I gotta say about that. Just take a few more territories, then we will win. We will win Egypt. And of course, even on their way back, they're still going to be starving out. Fuck, what have you done? Begin your siege, even though you're going to be undermanned. But please be patient. We're on our way, all of us. We just want this war to end. Get it over with. It'll be worth it all at the end. But please remember, when you're in debt, you cannot resupply your men in arms. Well, just make him friendly, because knowing he's going to be a vassal of ours soon. I was going about my business as I usually do, when out of the blue I suddenly recalled a memory from my childhood. More specifically, I recalled a toy I used to play with many times. I no longer possess it, but as I think back, I remember how that little thing brought me so much happiness. Yet now, as someone much older, it feels as if I cannot enjoy such simple things in life anymore. As if I needed more to stimulate my mind and body. Better to be an adult, even if I lost my innocence. Just take the damn area, that's all you need to do. Just take that, and then that. It's 3. Okay, then that'll be the next area to take that. Wherever the Egyptian army goes, it doesn't matter anymore. We're just gonna... Just do what you gotta do. Where are they going? Barca? Yes. 94. Okay. So... wherever has the lowest fort level will be the next area to be taken. That one is 4, and they do not bring any siege weapons. We're starving right now, but we gotta go for it. We must. They're gonna attempt to take Barca back. Sahara. They want Tripolitania. I figured that something might happen like that. But Tripolitania is not part of Egypt, so there's no way I'd be going to continue that war. And whatever the Liberty faction says, give it to them. They can have Barca back, but we will still own everything. We may be starving out, but I just don't care anymore. I just want this to be over. That means the war score will not be at 100% by then. 85. And now, here's another war for Fez. They want it back. 99. Continue. Just speed it up. Don't care anymore. We'll have it all dealt with in the future. Whatever territories they want, I'll be willing to give it. There goes Sartos. You know, don't even think about it. I'm just running short on time. There. Okay. So I want to end the episode just with the conquest of Egypt. Whatever remaining territories, well, they can get lost. I could care less about Tripolitania. But for this, that I'd be willing to lose that territory and then we'll get back at them. We just do not have the means to finance for the continuation of such an undertaking. So... Egypt is the bigger prize. I will be willing to lose Fez and Tripolitania while having all of Egypt. It's just we need to make an economic move. I cannot fight, but I will be willing to fight for Fez back because that's in my de jure territory that I own. So all of you will be my vassals now. Maybe over the limit, but as for all of you, so you will have Tripolitania, you'll get it, and Fez, you'll get it. I just do not have the means to maintain and to try to find. Alright? But now, as for those territories, and I know a lot of you are mad at me, because one thing desires another. So whatever you want, I will give in your wishes. And plus, we had a long war, so we can't afford a long offensive war anymore. So, gotta do it for the Egyptians. You will get what you want, alright? I do not want to control any of this. I mean, who in the right mind, right? You want Basnasa and Ushmun. Okay, these up there. You got it. You would make a very good Alama. but it would have to be of our faith rather than yours. Adnan, which was held by, you know, yeah, which was held by there, so there is no more Kingdom of Egypt. I am Egypt. But as for that duchy, which in theory you could usurp it, but for your sake I will give it to, all this will go to you. I would love to hold Alexandria back one day, but Cyrenaica, that'll go to you. My home is over in the Barca region. So they took Tripolitania, but since they have this, we will get back at them when we recover and all that. So our main focus is just recovery. Don't try to reinforce until we are out of debt. What else do I have that's over the limit? Well, actually, why don't you just marry somebody with very high stewardship? That's one thing you can do. So we can have more of the domain, you get more income, and you'll get things back on track. Ah, cert, that's another. That one I'd rather give it to the locals. A local of our faith. There. And as for the domain holdings, well, that will definitely go to me when we take this back. So that's settled then. And hopefully we can hold Egypt before any of my kinsmen, any of my relatives, my uncles, will do anything bad towards me, or I'd be willing to crush it. And plus, we just took all these court artifacts that we inherited from Egypt. Oh, we're definitely gonna improve this in a hurry. But alas, we've run out of time today, so we've conquered Egypt. We never thought we would return to it. But soon, we got more internal matters to deal with. So now I'm the ruler of the Maghreb and Egypt. Ruler of mostly North Africa anyway. Now, if only far into the future, I'd be willing to do the same thing against the Aghlabids, knowing that they're no longer our allies anymore. And soon we gotta take back what was important to us. And all that. So, in the next episode, we will strike back, and hopefully strike back hard, or otherwise this will be our downfall, because Gurak II, he's got a lot to live up to his father, and hopefully things will be for the best. But until then, so long for now.